Wait, did you confirm that you don't use washcloths? I can't remember. Right.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
I don't know how we're starting off. So
we're starting off with
let's just go and start it off.
Yeah, tell us.
We'll talk about it.
You don't want to tell us your thoughts about washcloths?
Want me to start off? All right. Okay.
You're the one with a different opinion because I think I can't remember what you said about it.
Okay. So washcloths, like, I feel like there's a big debate about how typically what Black people say about white people is that they don't use washcloths.
Mm-hmm.
Most Black people feel that way. And when you talk to white people or go to their homes, they don't carry washcloths usually. So I feel the same way. Like, I don't really use washcloths. Like, only time I'll use a washcloth is if I'm going to like a hotel or something like that. But if I'm like at the crib, I'm like Tarzan in it, like how white people do. I put the body wash and I rub my body, and that's how I get clean. So we really using I know the way y'all looking. So y'all definitely use washcloths.
Listen, washcloths, exfoliating towels, exfoliating gloves. Yeah, I'm using everything to wash my body. Everything but my hand. I gotta scrub all these dead skin cells off.
So like why though? I'm just trying to figure out because I grew up using washcloths. I mean, they might have been old and raggedy and torn up, strings hanging off of them, but like I always use some type of cloth. Like, you just didn't grow up like that?
No, my family definitely raised me with the washcloth and everything. It just wasn't, I don't know, just my own thing. My family definitely is like heavy on the washcloths, and they trained that, like, for sure. Like, make sure you got a washcloth and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know, it just never, it didn't feel natural. Using my hand just feels natural.
So, okay, I have questions. So at what age then were you like, yeah, nah, fuck this washcloth, like soap to body, no beard?
I don't know how y'all was raised up, but like when I was a kid, like growing up and stuff like that, like they would go in the bathroom and like check the washcloth to make sure it was wet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like, I just always kind of did it on my own. Like, even as a kid, like I would not just, I just wet the washcloth and just put it on the rack. Like, it just.
I was you wanted to rebel as a kid.
Like, it just wasn't, I don't know. It's just like, I'm gonna wash myself how I want to wash myself. Like, I don't need your help on how to get me clean. Like,
That's
I'm
real.
good.
So how do we feel about that? Like, so I don't really have no real reaction. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, these debates on social media where they be like, "Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that." Like,
no one talked about this. This is new.
Well,
it's true.
Yeah, this is a new phenomenon.
This is the Friends podcast talking about this.
That's real. Now we really some trendsetters out here. I mean, listen, man. I think I'm gonna just keep using my shit, man. And I'm not even gonna judge though, because I want to judge.
What you use?
A washcloth, a rag.
A washcloth, loofah.
Okay. No, not a loofah. I mean, sometimes like I might do the sponge. Like Meyer got these sponges. Like that should be fine. Like it's real good exfoliation and shit like that. I might do the African neck cloth. I might just do the rag. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because part of it is like what your body needs. Sometimes you need that extra like scrub. Like you had to get deep in the tissues. That's the thing. I don't see with the hand, but I mean, it's funny. It's funny that we're having this conversation because I used to have this debate with one of my homegirls all the time, who's not Black. Mm-hmm. And she used to always tell me, I used to say like, oh, hey, when I spend the night, like I need a washcloth at your house. Like, because I used to spend the night at her place often. And she'd be like, I don't have washcloths. I'm like, well, Black people use washcloths. And she'd be like, no, they don't. You're the only Black person I know who uses a washcloth. And I was like, no, all Black people. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, you don't know any other Black people but me. I'm telling you, we use washcloths.
Mm-hmm.
And she had one other Black friend. And she was like, well, he doesn't use a washcloth, but he's Nigerian. So I can't speak to what happens in African culture. But I know in Black American culture, we are on washcloths heavy. I need one for the face. I need one for the body. And I'm going to wash it every time after I use it once. It's going straight to the hamper.
Like they sell it in a set. Like it come with the shit.
Yes.
What the fuck else we supposed to use it for?
And when you go to hotels, even they have washcloths. They know people are supposed to use these.
Mm-hmm. But let me, you know what, Rod? I'm gonna shoot you some bell right quick because I don't wash
You
my
don't gotta
face
shoot
with
me
a
no
rag.
bell.
No, but for real though, I don't wash my face with a rag though. Like, so maybe we really don't need them to be honest. Like, it might be overkill. We really don't know like how clean it's really getting us. It might be getting us dirtier because especially if we're using them multiple days. Like, I'm a 1 day use. Like, I'm gonna use that motherfucker for 1 day. And put it in the hamper. But like maybe.
Think about our ancestors and
Mm-hmm.
like the cavemen. Like, what do they do?
Oh,
Like, whenever you look at videos, they're always just using their hand. Like,
okay, but how broad do we want to take this?
I mean, take it there.
I mean, I'm always confused at how people wash their ass with just straight soap.
Like
Easy.
the soap bar.
you you rub your ass with soap. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, what? Why is that such a difficult thing for people to understand?
Like, I don't know, but when you go to the bathroom, like when you take a shit, you don't just like wipe the shit away. Like you have a barrier. You use toilet paper and or wipes. Like you have a barrier. Like
who's taking a shower with a shitty asshole? Like, that's just nasty. Like, the water's already running down like your backside, so it's like it's already a natural like cleanser. Like, really, like back there, like
no. We're not doing this.
Like, I don't know why. Like, people think like you're just grabbing soap and you're just like sticking it like in between the cracks and like you're doing all that. It's like,
that's crazy. Anybody doing that?
That's not really what it is. Like, I don't even want to. Like, it is what it is. Like, anybody, if you know, you know.
I'm not using. Really, it's crazy because recently I just started using like a soap bar again. But even with that, like I'm using a clean rag every time when I use that motherfucking, like every time. So I'm definitely not gonna rub it on my body every day. Like that's nasty. Rubbing it on your body every day is crazy.
I use a new towel every day. Like, I don't
new towel every day.
Yeah, after I use it once, that's it.
Okay. I might do like 2 or 3 days with my towels because I feel like in theory you're supposed to be clean when you get out. So I feel like the towel should be clean when you dry off. But I don't know. But no, I done definitely got very meticulous with like my like, you know, when I wash up, just because you don't want to be that nigga where like when you get up and motherfucker can smell the air, like the walk by air. Like, you don't want to be that nigga. So like you have to wash your ass. Listen to me, people. Like, wash your ass so your walk by air ain't diligently every day. So your walk by air ain't like toxic and motherfucker be like when you walk by a motherfucker's like
hold the breath for a second.
Like if people inhale a lot when you walk by. So yeah, I done got my.
So this is the Friends Podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're streaming everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, anywhere that you can listen to podcast. Make sure you go check out our merch. And I'm here with my co-host.
What's up, y'all? It's Jermayne.
And Matt is in the motherfucking building once again, man. Thank you for joining us.
But you know what, Rod? I get it. That is a big confession to make in the Black community because we feel very strongly about washcloths. I'm going to say something. I'm also going to share a secret about myself when it comes to my bathing habits. I will say I'm not always the most consistent about washing my feet in the shower.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I hear people like, oh, you know, when I'm in the shower, like I scrub the rag under my feet. I'm like, I mean, but like your feet aren't going to get dirty. Like, that's kind of a part of life.
I'm kind of scared of slipping. Like, when you put soap on your feet, like, like it gets little slippery. Like, I fell in this tub one time and I was like, never again.
That's the scariest shit ever. The scariest shit is falling in the tub. That only a moment in my life has flashed before my eyes. I'm like, damn, this shit's hard.
2 times. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And one time I really fucked myself up as a kid.
For real?
Like, oh man, I still remember to this day that shit. Like, man, like I had my back towards like where the water come out the faucet, whatever. Slipped, and my back hit the metal shit.
Oh.
And then scraped the back of my back, and I was just like, oh, like as a little kid.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know that shit hurt.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That shit
I was like,
embarrassing.
man, I'm not like, washing my feet like that ever again. Like, that was it.
I remember this one time I ripped down, like that shit embarrassing when you rip down the whole shower curtain too. I was just trying to grab for something, so I ripped down the pole, the shower curtain, everything. That shit is so embarrassing, especially when you live with motherfuckers and they hear it and they be like, "Oh, so what was that?" Man, but no, I feel you though. I don't really be washing I wash the top of my feet, but the bottom, like they don't really get love.
No.
And behind my ears, I need to work on that too. Like washing behind my ears more. Like that's a big thing because that motherfucker started stinking. Go ahead.
I would say like the middle of my back never seen love.
Oh nah, yeah, nah. That's
like you can't get it with your hands, so
Nope.
it's a wrap.
I used to do the diagonal joint where you like
That's what I
try to
do
do
too.
that
Yeah.
joint, but I ain't did that in a long time. It's been a while, so I don't know what the back of my back smell like. But I don't know.
Yeah, you just gotta let the water rinse.
Now that I agree with, not the other thing, but anyway though,
Yeah.
man.
Belly buttons are another one too. I gotta be better about that.
Yeah,
Q-tip out.
Like if you ever just swipe it. Everybody listening, just swipe it real quick and just see, just check your status right quick and just see what's going on.
I feel like that's something you don't have to do every single shower, but you should do on a regular basis.
1000% for sure. Man, so now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get into these worst texts. I don't know about y'all if y'all ever received like any crazy text that just made you instantly sad, instantly, whatever type of negative emotion. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's just go ahead and see what this dude said about the worst text that he ever received.
These are the worst texts I've ever received in my life. Mind you that these are all real, like not fakes. Like in my 20 years of being alive, didn't ever think I'd see anything like this. But coming in at number one, we got this one right here. Don't know who this is, but
can you turn him up a little bit?
Really 5'8".
This is as high as it can go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even 5'8". I'm like 6'3". But she said, "Oh my God, that's so cute.
Oh
Be my
man,
little brother. I just want to push you around in a stroller." So after seeing this, I immediately went to the nearest building I could and jumped off. This one is really crazy. I asked this girl like on a date or something, and then she screenshotted it, and I guess she meant to send it to her friend, but she sent it to me, and she said, "Why did Sean just ask me on a date?"
That's
it's all
sick.
good. We ball, I guess. No, this one was just evil. Made this girl a playlist because I thought that was the vibe.
This can't be for real.
To make it.
This is sick. I hope this isn't real.
Her boyfriend listened to it the entire time, and then she said, "Love you so much, buddy." Now, ever since this day, I kind of have been praying on this couple's downfall. Luckily, they broke up like I think a week ago. He's out of her highlights, so might hit her back up again.
He still ain't gonna do nothing with her.
Just interesting.
Since my playlist good,
helping out a friend. She wished she had someone to study with. I was like, hey, I'm right here.
Damn.
I'm good. I do wish I had a boyfriend. What was your cute friend's name?
Damn.
So,
she got up like 3 times back to back to back. Oh no, I'm good. I do wish I had a boyfriend though. What was your cute friend's name? She just like kept going for the jugular. She would not stop.
But why would she even say that to him? Like that, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend if she wasn't like trying to.
Obviously, he's a friend.
Damn, so he that friend though. That's sick.
Yeah, she don't look at him like that.
That's sick. Yeah.
So I had to kill my friend after this because why would you even ask that?
Damn, man. Yeah, that sucks for him.
Mm-hmm.
So we play this part 2 too.
Yeah, I gotta see. I mean, he's got the worst look ever. Let's run that part 2 real quick.
Yeah, because I'm like, God damn, bro. Like,
I mean, but I will give him respect for is that shoot or shoot, and he keeps shooting.
That is true. That's true. And a lot of these texts, like, well, I saw like 2 of them was like at 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. So like he definitely shooting at the right times. I would say. I don't know.
Is that the best time? Like 2 a.m.
I don't think so. Because as a woman, then it's like, all right, I know what type of time. Do it during the daylight.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
Two of all of the worst texts that I've ever received in my entire life, ever. Mind you, I don't know what I did to deserve any of these text messages. I don't know what I did. Like, so as we are in spooky season, this girl asked me, hey, what should I be for Halloween? Need something for like a last minute costume idea. I said mine, you know, being smooth like I am. She said, ew, what the fuck, no. Pick something else, bro. I'm being serious. And I
Damn.
was like,
Shit.
you know, you could be like a cat or a vampire, I guess. But I thought my idea was pretty good.
Damn, that was a
This
cute
just
comeback too. He had a
like
good
this
Wait,
guy
wait,
asked
can we
me
pause
what's
it right
my favorite
there?
restaurant. Like, oh, I like
On this one here?
No, the first one.
Yeah.
He said mine. What does that mean?
She
Like,
said,
that's him
"Do-
for Halloween?
no, she said, do you have any last minute costume ideas? I said mine.
What is his? I guess that's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, that was weak anyway.
Mine.
Like he should have got that. Go ahead.
Oh, he should have got the dub.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't even understand what you're talking about. Like mine.
Like my costume. Like what do you mean?
Why would I have the same costume as you? Like,
Oh, that's
don't
what
know.
he meant? Oh, I thought he
that's
meant
what I think he mean. I have no idea what he means. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I thought he meant like the costume is be my girl.
Oh, that's why you say he's smooth. My girl for Halloween. Corny.
That's definitely
It's not gonna work. It didn't work
at all.
Boo.
Then said pick something else, bro. I'm being serious. Damn, man. I really want to see what the girls look like that he's shooting at. Cause like, are you shooting like from half court? Like, I don't know. This is kind of strange though. Like,
He definitely shooting from half court.
he must be.
this was just egregious. Like, this girl asked me what's my favorite restaurant. I'm like, oh, I like Italian food. And then she was like, oh, I'll go to Olive Garden. Sounds good. I'm gonna wear a super cute outfit. And I'm under the impression that we're gonna go together. I'm like, yeah, like we can match and take pictures. She's just like, why would you be there? I'm going with my
Why would
boyfriend.
you be
LOL.
there?
Couldn't think of a place to go. So
No, that was just
just helping out.
disrespectful.
A cause, I guess. I don't know. This one's not even from a
That
girl.
was disrespectful. Like, why would you ask another man where to go with your boyfriend?
See,
Why
because
not?
women don't be knowing. Women, y'all know y'all don't be knowing where y'all want to eat. See?
TikTok will tell you.
Yeah.
Cause, I guess.
I don't think that's a
know.
big deal.
This one's
Like,
not even from a girl.
obviously, he's a very friendly guy. Like with all these women, like, but he just shoots out of nowhere saying, "I'm an option." Like that's what it kind of looks like. It's just like, why would you say that? Like, we've been friends for a while. Like we just being cool, just chatting back and forth on some cool shit, and now you just all of a sudden just saying we should go out. Like it would be weird a little bit, in my opinion.
I feel you, it would be, but I do respect. Like I respect the shot though. Like I respect testing the waters. I definitely have tested the waters before. Like I feel like that's just a part of life. Like he just trying to see what's up.
I get it.
Really
I get it.
trying
I
to
get
see.
that. If you single, why not?
But I feel like you kind of have to see something there. Just because you think she's fine, don't mean like, oh, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Like, is there any chemistry? Like, do you feel the vibe from her at all? Like,
Obviously, he doesn't ask these women if they have a dude at all. Like,
No, that's the crazy
that's not a
part.
conversation.
Like that's like step one is first figure out if she's single.
Yeah, that should be like, especially if that's your friend, you should know if they have a boyfriend or not. It's kind of crazy.
This guy was just like, the girl like called you cute, wishing you nothing but the worst in life, and I despise you. And I replied, you won, bro, because I feel like this single-handedly has been the downfall of my entire life. This one really pushed me to the edge. I'm helping someone out with a calculus Quizlet. Thinking I'm just being helpful, and I was like, hey, wondering if you could study and get coffee if you're down. She says, LMAO, nah, bro, I'm good. All I needed was the notes, gang.
Dang.
Like, what the fuck? Like, after reading gang, it kind of made me just want to, like, hop in a tub and throw a toaster in there.
I want to see what he responded. Because you see that down here, he typing, I hope something. Like, I hope you get hit by a train. I hope you pass the test. I don't know what he's about to say, but God damn.
On the bright side, though, she failed this exam, and I've never helped her ever since, but this was kind of crazy.
And you know what? She did switch it up on him, like we were talking about from the vibe. She started off with the OMG, you're a lifesaver, heart. She was giving him a little energy. If I was him, I would have felt like there was a little bit of a vibe.
There was a vibe. I will say.
I don't see no vibe. Thanks for the notes, gang.
The gang is crazy. The gang.
Like, thanks for the notes, buddy.
Like, buddy, pal. Like, that's fucked up. But have we ever received any text that just made? Because I mean, I have an example that's like not. It's a little bit like darker than this, but
Go
like,
ahead.
yeah. So yeah, because I can't really think. Like I said, I definitely have shot like just randomly, just shooting, just trying to see what the fuck might happen. But like, I don't know if I have. And you know what? Actually, I'm about to tell somebody else's story because yeah. So one of my homeboys in
No,
college.
no. Go on yours. Why you stop there?
No,
I want to hear
I'll
the
circle
dark
back.
one.
I'll circle back to that. I'll circle back to
You
that.
didn't get the lighter one first.
Yeah, let's go light first. So like so yeah, like one of my homeboys, we were just chilling. I can't remember where we was at. I think we was at our other homeboy's house. Just chilling, drinking, like figuring out what the fuck the move is. So me, I don't have no hoes. So like he texted girls like just trying to figure out like what's the move, like where y'all about to be at. So I remember he texted this girl and was like, yo, what are you doing tonight? Simple. That's not even really suggestive. Like that's really just like, what are you doing? And then she texted back two of the craziest words I ever heard in my life, which is not you. So I felt so sick for that man at that moment.
Like, damn, I was just trying to find the move. Shit.
Like, that's all it was. And especially just being in that room with him and knowing that that's all it was. And like she just automatically assumed like he was just trying to get on. It was like, not you. Like, fuck. Damn, that shit hurt. Do you have any examples like that?
So what happened then? Did y'all go out? I mean, obviously y'all went out alone.
That night, honestly, I can't remember. It was just such a random night. I'm sure we probably went somewhere. We didn't
What
see
else?
her.
What would you respond like to that? Like, only thing I can think of is like, cool, LOL.
Yeah, like I mean, I
Or
don't know. Like,
just
what could you
just leave
say?
it alone.
Yeah, honestly, no
Okay.
response. No response is the best response.
Yeah,
to be honest.
honestly.
Cause God
Right.
damn.
And just get a new
Ooh.
number.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't even know if I ever seen her again ever after that. Cause I felt that shit. I'm like, God damn. Like, but do y'all have any examples that y'all want to speak on?
I was trying to think of some things that might be similar. I had a situation where I met this guy out at a bar and he was like not at all my type. Like definitely like super hood. Just somebody I probably wouldn't really date for real, but he's like trying to make conversation. And sometimes as a woman, like you give a man your number to get him out of your face. So I was like, yeah, you can have my number, whatever. So the moment I think even while we were still at the bar, he started texting me. Like the moment he walked away, he's like, yo, what you doing after? When you got to connect, just like blowing me up. I'm like, dude, leave me alone.
You know what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next morning I see he, had still been texting me and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was like, I'm just gonna block him. I'm gonna just block this dude. I think looked up his Instagram or something, and his Instagram, I don't remember the name of it, but it was something like, Trap King Pablo, something where I was like, yeah, I can confirm. I do not think that we are a match.
Mm-hmm.
So I blocked him.
You would have got flued out.
Nah, he did not look like a successful trap king. He looked like
that's the worst.
Yeah, no. So I blocked him on my phone, and a couple hours later, I opened up my laptop and I realized I hadn't blocked him on my MacBook. It only blocked him on my phone. So the first thing that pops up is "fuck you, bitch." Damn.
Nigga was mad. Mad.
Like in less than 24 hours, and I wish I had the whole thread to show, but the first text started off as like, "Good morning, beautiful. It was so nice meeting you last night. I would love to take you out today. Can we get lunch?" And then by like 8-9 o'clock at night, it was "fuck you, bitch." It's like, wow, that switched up quick. I was like, what if I was a nurse? Like, what if I was working the past 12 hours? Like, what if I wasn't curving you?
Why? I don't know why dudes don't get the hint. Like I'm never doing like 3 texts without a response is probably the maximum for me. and I'm probably not gonna reach 3. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why people don't get the picture sometimes. Rad, do you have any examples that you could think of?
Nah, I really don't have anything I can think of off the top of my head. No.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll tell my other one. So this one, I feel like this shit is funny because I like even this day I laughed about this shit. Cause I'm like, niggas be so poor sometimes, man. But okay, this what happened, right? I got to give y'all a little backstory. So like the day my pops died, right? Of course, you know, like you receiving texts like, damn, I'm so sorry, like woo woo. And like my cousin texted me, like I hadn't talked to him in like over a decade or whatever like that. So of course he hit me, he hit my line, he was like, hey man, like, you know, I heard your pops died, all that shit. Like, man, I'm so sorry, man, woo woo, all that type of shit. I'm like, man, thank you, appreciate it, whatever. The very next text was like, can I get $86? I my he was like, my car got towed and I need to get this motherfucker. I'm like, dog, I can't believe on a day like this.
That this is what you would use your little crusty ass fingers to text me.
I would have cursed him out. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
Man,
That would have been key. Like, nigga, like,
I wanted to.
don't text me like ever, like for the next month at least.
You should let the clip fly.
I should have, but you know what I did?
Motherfucker.
I just left it. I just left it on red, and I just kept it moving because I'm like, that shit. Like, I cannot believe. And it was when I say $86, I mean like that's literally the number that he texted me. And it's like, you gonna ask me for this specific ass amount of money today? Like 86.
Like,
Talking
you
about
can't
my
even
car
round it
got
up. So give me a little hundo, quick hundo.
Yeah. I might have even thought about it if it was 100. Like if it was a round number, I might have thought about it. But since it was 86, I was like, this is
He
for
gave
some
you the
bullshit.
exact number. Like that was what he was quoted. Like,
Yeah. He was like, if you want to buy this AFI, if you're trying to buy this quarter, like give me 86. Like something like that. Like,
oh, that's what it was for? I thought you said something about his car.
no, he told me that it was for his car, but what car is getting untold for $86?
It's at least $250.
Like, come on now. So yeah, that shit, man. So it's not it's in a different vein, but like that shit is still like one of the worst texts I ever received. I'm like, nigga, you tripping. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and move on to this next topic that we got for you folks. And I know we have conflicting opinions on this shit. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about, man, so like receiving gifts and stuff like that. I don't know what's y'all love language. Maybe we got to do like a love language quiz on the podcast one day. Listeners, let us know if y'all want to hear something like that. But yeah, I don't, you know, like, I'm not super big on receiving gifts. How y'all feel about it though?
It's not my number one love language by any means, but I enjoy it. Yeah, it can be a little awkward sometimes, but for the most part, I like people thinking about me.
Yeah, I think it's the thought that counts. Right? Do you like receiving gifts?
Yeah, I like receiving gifts. Yeah.
Okay. No, let me ask you this then. Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
So obviously we're getting close to Christmas. We just had Sweetest Day pass recently. We got Christmas coming up. And then not too long after Christmas, we have Valentine's Day. So obviously we're in the thick of gift giving season with romantic partners. So how would you feel about your partner getting you something that was handmade, made themselves, or buying you a gift? Do you have a preference either way? So like maybe they get you something dope from the store, like something you would actually want, or a really like thoughtful, sentimental handmade gift, like painted you something, made you a mug, I don't know, wrote you a song.
Interesting. Right, I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
Okay. Personally, if it's something like my birthday, Christmas, or any type of holiday where I'm celebrated, I don't want any like handmade gifts. Because I feel like you can do handmade gifts at any time of the year. We can go do paint and sips or something like that, or you can do something like that at the crib. You can make meals at home, just hang out, like make that vibe, just romantic. Like that's fine. But I feel like when it's like holidays, like why would you choose that day or the day that I'm celebrated that you will want to go cheap? Because personally, like if it's me for you, if I wouldn't do that to you. Like I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna try my best to do things that I know you will like and create the experience for your day. So if
Well,
you do like that for me, I wouldn't agree with it.
I mean, what if she went and got the best materials, like, went and got the most finest shit, and then made something like that's still cheap to you? Like, is it cheap? Is it the cheapness or is it the lack of effort? I guess.
Like let's say it was she made you a hoodie and she got you like the nicest quality material. She took classes to learn how to sew. She went bought herself a sewing machine. She got some embroidery added to it. So she still spent a pretty penny.
Yeah, I mean, she virgin with it. Like we good. Like I see talent in you. Like I would invest in that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she's really good at, but if it's like most people and they make some bullshit, like no, like you could have saved your time and your like effort doing that. Like
It got your money up.
Figuring out somewhere else to go. Like we could have like. I'm the type of person who I like going out to do things. Like so, just like a handmade something like that. It's just like it's cool, but I would want that. And so I'm like, oh, this okay. So what else? Like what we about to do? Like what like that's nice. Like I love it, but what else? What else we doing? Like what else you had planned?
Okay.
Like what do y'all think about it?
For me, I remember this one girl I liked that I really liked. She was an artist, like she was a painter, and like I was praying that she would paint something for me. Like type of shit like that, handmade shit is more. Like, I feel like it's more of an effort than going into Nordstrom and going buying some jeans or a hoodie or some shoes. Like I feel like it's more of an effort, and obviously it's more time consuming if like a girl sat there and painted you a whole. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I feel like I like that just because going to buy something is no effort. Like we buy things every day. Like we go buy food, we buy cleaning supplies. Like we buy things every day. It's not every day that we make shit with our hands. So like like that type of gesture towards me will make me feel, more warm inside. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel about it.
I got a question for that. So a girl going to the store picking up you some jeans or anything like that. I feel like I like if a woman is willing to spend on me. Like I gotta see her spending on me. Like I gotta like it's something. So I know that like it's being reciprocated, like in a sense.
That's fair. I think that makes sense. So like, especially if you're the person who's like paying for most of the dates and stuff like that, or you're like getting her nice gifts when it's like her birthday and Christmas, then that's fair. I get that.
I mean, yeah, in terms of somebody spending on me, I don't necessarily look at it like that just because I don't know. I just don't like. I know sometimes they look at us to be able to spend on them, but I don't necessarily like look back at them and be like, okay, if I spend this on you, you got to spend this. Like I don't necessarily look at it like that.
And
And
they gotta be
also,
equal. It ain't gotta be equal or nothing like that.
and it's not going to be equal. Like if we being 1,000% honest, it's not going to be equal ever. But like, here's another thing though, is like, and
It's
this
a
could
good
work for both
quality
ways.
though.
What, like somebody spending on you?
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put my like opinion out there. I feel like most women they don't spend on you. So when you find the one that does spend on you, you'd be like, oh, this one actually kind of fucks with me in a sense.
Okay, I can see that. I don't necessarily know for me if that would make me feel like, oh, she loves me more than somebody that wouldn't spend on me. But like, cause like I said, that's a swipe. Like that motherfucker could be $20,000 in debt though. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that she in debt and she's spending on me, but the fact that she went and used her hands and painted something, or like you said, wrote me a song or made me a mug, stuff like that. Like I don't know. I feel like that's what shows love. Like taking the time to do that shit.
What if it was a bad song?
That's what I was about to get to because I don't know. And that can go for both things. Like somebody can go buy you something that you don't like for real. Like I don't like fucking True Religion jeans. Like why you buy me these? You know what I mean? Or somebody can make you. Yeah, I'm like Red Monkeys. Like, is this 2006? Like, what the fuck? You know?
Dusty and Nietzsche jeans.
Yeah, and Dusty and Nietzsche's. Like, come on, like you got to know me better than this. Like, come on. Um, so, but it could also go with handmade shit. Like, the song could be terrible. She could not really be able to sing. Like, you might have been lying to her, being like, "You got it, like you got it, girl. Like, you just need to do a little bit more." And then she play that song for you. You just like it's good. It's good. So I don't know. Like, what do you do? Like, I think we might have talked about this before, but like when you receive a gift that you don't like, whether it's handmade or store bought, like you gonna tell her? You gonna tell him? You know, like how y'all feel?
I think it's easier to say if it's store bought than if it's handmade. Like if it's handmade, you just gotta accept that. Like you gotta wear the ugly sweater. You gotta
Hold on. That's before we get into like Matt's question. I want to hear Jermaine's point. Like, what do you think about it? Like, she didn't really answer.
I would say I'm kind of like a mix of you two. To me, the ultimate thing is somebody's like thoughtfulness and effort. So like, I don't care if somebody buys me a really expensive gift, if it's not something I would use, or if it like doesn't actually relate to who I am as a person. Like going back to the Dusty and Nietzsche, it's like if you bought me a Birkin or a Chanel bag, but it's like that's not even like my style, then I would kind of feel a little bit like, okay, you just trying to get points by spending money. I think the same thing is true though with like handmade gifts. If you give somebody a handmade gift and it doesn't really seem like it was very high effort, I would probably also be offended by that. Like, wait, you made me a friendship bracelet, like with the little beads at Michael's. Like, I don't know how I feel about that either.
Yeah.
I would probably be more empathetic to the bracelet than anything. But ultimately, I feel like whether it's homemade gifts or store-bought, like it's not about the money to me. It's about like, oh shoot, you know me. Like you did this in the colors that I like, or it's a thing that you can tell that I needed. Like one of my favorite gifts of all time was I got a pair of socks from somebody I was dating. And it was actually like, it wasn't for Christmas or anything like that. It was just like a random day. He got me a pair of like nice running socks.
Oh, that's okay. If it's a random day. Okay.
Yeah. And it was just cool because I appreciate the thought of like, yo, I know you've been in the gym a lot. I know like you walk a lot. Hey, these socks have extra cushion and padding. These will be good for your feet. Like just let it be a gift that you put some effort into.
I like those instances too. Like,
yeah,
when you hear your partner, I feel like when you hear your partner say, "Oh, I need this," or "I think this would be good," you should just go ahead and get that for them. Like, I remember in the past, she was like, "Oh, I don't have an iron skillet or whatever." You know what I'm talking about?
Cast iron.
Yeah, cast iron. I was like, "Oh," went right on Amazon, sent it off right quick.
Yeah,
like just those little things like that.
And I guess going back to the like original question of like store-bought gifts versus homemade, like to me, and maybe this is messed up in my opinion, but like if you give me a store-bought gift that you could have got me any other time and you save it to Christmas, I would probably feel more weird about that. So like you said with the cast iron skillet, like I'm just gonna go ahead and get this and knock it out. If it's like, oh, I bought you this book that you said you wanted, it's like, well, this book was like $16. Like you could have just given me this on a random day. This isn't a Christmas gift. I feel like in my opinion, Christmas gifts, birthday gifts should be something that like, whether it's bought or made, that you put a little extra thought into. Like you really got in your bag about like, okay, I'm really gonna fuck it up with this. I'm about to go crazy with this one.
Yeah, because if it was your birthday or Christmas and he got you socks, I can understand. Like I feel like you would be heated. Be like, yeah, I heard you say you wanted these.
I would definitely be heated, no lie. I'd be like, socks? Like, this is nice, but what?
Like, hell no. But you know what? Let me say this though, is like I think it's hard to give gifts. I mean, I feel like it goes both ways for men giving gifts to women and women giving gifts to men. But like as men, we don't really be knowing like women fashions and shit like that. So like Jermayne was saying, like buying a Birkin bag, like we just don't know what else. We don't know like about styles and shit. Like how
She
we
kind of
supposed to
mentioned
know?
it a little bit. Like she was like, That's why you got to listen and pay attention when they say they like stuff. Like,
Well,
oh,
true,
I
but
like what this, or you see them looking at that, then that's when you would get it. But just getting a Birkin bag or something randomly, that's no communication. You don't know if she really like that. You just know it's expensive. And I feel like you more or less you're doing that for you. Because you be like, oh, if I get her this,
right.
she's definitely gonna bust it down for me.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
I will say buying gifts for men is really hard.
Really?
Like,
You think so?
I think it can be.
I hate that excuse.
Well,
I hate that. Like,
I'm not
like,
saying
stop.
Here's the thing, I'm not saying for me, because I would say typically the men that I date have very specific hobbies. So it's easy to get a gift. Like, it's like, okay, I know he's really into like this sport, or he's really into photography, or he's really into like this specific thing, and I can get him gifts related to that. But I feel like, yeah, a lot of women do feel like men are hard to get gifts for, because if you ask a man like, oh, well, what do you want? What do you need? What do you like? It's like, I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I don't like anything. It's like, well, how am I supposed to get you a gift? You don't like anything.
I think all this could probably be easier. Like, I feel like people in relationships should put together like an Amazon wish list and stuff like that. Just because I feel like it's easier to just go on a list and be like, oh, she wants this, he wants this, I can buy it like that, versus trying to discern from conversations like, oh, we was talking at 2 a.m. and she was talking about, oh, I want this Dutch oven with the little thing. Like, like put together a wish list. I feel like that would make it so much easier.
Do you think that takes, out of curiosity, like, does that take it away from the gift if somebody told you, like, here's the link, get me this specific thing?
No, that's actually like my thing. I tell people exactly what I want. So I'd rather, like, and when I ask people what they want, I always, like, for Christmas, I'm not like this surprise guy. Or like holidays, like I ask my family, I'd be like, what do you want? Like, and so when the day comes, I know you got exactly what you wanted. And because I know as a kid, I hated that. I hate getting gifts that I don't want. I got a lot of things I did not want. And it'd just be like, I would have rather just told you, like, this is what I want.
True. And
this is my list. And like, I want this. Like, that's it.
So then
like, I feel the love. Trust me.
It sounds like we're all kind of saying the same thing, and that like the thoughtfulness of the gift is getting somebody the thing that they actually want. Like whether it's like store-bought or handmade, like something you legitimately want. Does anybody do like surprise gifts? Like,
I don't mind.
Well, I mean,
I like it when they're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say this though, like, okay, so to answer your question, Jermayne, like, here's my thing, like, it's cool if I tell you what I want and you get it for me, but I feel like it just feel better if you listen to me and then you knew, like, that just feels better. But I'm still gonna be appreciative when I get what I told you to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, just I don't know. I just feel like everybody like to be listened to. Everybody like to be understood. So like, that's just a good feeling just to get a gift like that,
For sure.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna talk about gifts. If you want to send us a gift, go ahead and DM us on Instagram. We'll definitely be receptive to those. But we'll go ahead and get into this next topic though. So like, speaking of, like holidays and Christmas and, things like that that's coming up, like, I don't know about y'all. I don't know if it's still fun for everybody, like the Christmas season or like Valentine's Day, if it's still a big deal. But are y'all starting to feel that, birthdays and holidays are not as fun as they used to be as a kid or, from back then? How y'all feel about that?
I can see it a little bit both sides. Like there's a part of me that it's not as fun because, especially with things like Christmas, it's a lot of work doing the Christmas stuff, to get the tree, to decorate the house, to plan a menu, if you're going to be hosting, to bake the cookies, to get the gifts. Like it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I do the fresh tree or the Walmart, Target, whatever.
I prefer a fresh. Prefer a fresh one. Yeah.
I like the smell of the fresh one. I might get one this year, low key. But yeah, it is definitely a lot of work. Like I never cooked. Maybe one day I might cook, but I know that's like a multi-day thing just to cook for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like very stressful. Like, so that can make it not fun. But in
If you're
terms of
cooking for a
everything else,
bunch of people, but if
oh
it's
yeah.
just like your family, you should be able to knock that out in a day.
I mean, shit, it'd be like probably about 20 people at the house that we gather at. So like, that's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like one
Yeah, you
full
got to start
turkey.
before then.
Yeah, like,
Hmm.
all that type of shit. I can't wait though. I cannot wait for them plates. Whew.
And see, that's also in some ways why it's slightly more fun. Like you appreciate different stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
a good plate. The fact that like as an adult, you kind of have the money to now get people gifts that you like actually want to get them. Like do you
True.
guys remember at like in like elementary school, he had the like school store for like Christmas gifts? Did you guys have that?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little like school store, and it's like, oh, you get your parents a mug, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Versus now being able to really go and be like, oh, I know this person has talked about this thing all year. Like, I'm gonna try to make sure that I have the money to get them this gift. Like that feels really dope.
For
But
sure.
it does feel like money is a bigger part of the holiday. And I know it doesn't have to be, but like it just defaults into being that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that turkey costs money, these gifts cost money, traveling costs money, like everything.
Mhm.
Everything. I still think it's pretty fun. I will say, like, when I be going to holidays, like my family pretty much know, like, I'm just here to eat for real. Like that's literally the only reason I came. I really don't want to have no conversations like that. Like I'm just waiting. Like when is the food gonna be done? And when it's done, I'm gonna pull up. Like that's pretty much the only reason. And I really want to leave right when I'm done eating, but I can't do that. So so I'll stick around for a little bit. But yeah, that's my vibe these holidays. And I don't know why though. I really don't necessarily know why. Because I feel like I see my family multiple times a year. So this is the thing though. I feel like it could be different for people that like literally only see people like once a year. But if
True.
you see your family throughout the year, just like, okay, well, we just meeting up again just to eat and give presents away. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's not necessarily as fun as it used to be getting gifts as a kid. So
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, like I like getting people gifts, like of course, like everything that y'all saying. But I feel like for Christmas particularly, it got to a point where like I was getting a bunch of gifts going out on my way and just like for everyone, not just like the kids, but like adults too. Like I would just try to get what they wanted and everything like that.
and that's where you fucked up right there.
Yeah, and then like when it came around to my turn to get gifts,
Mm.
it was a lot of like, oh man, like I'm gonna get you like blah blah blah, or like I didn't even think about it. Like so then after that, like that was the end of it. I was like, yeah, kids is it. Like I'm
Hmm.
going all out for the kids and stuff like that. Like this is for y'all. And the
Mhm.
adults just gotta like I just be like, yeah, you're just gonna gift card like an easy $50, $100, whatever. Like it's
If
just done
that.
for that. Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because that's the worst part about having a January birthday. My birthday is a couple weeks after Christmas. The amount of times on Christmas I've gotten to like, oh damn, I missed you for Christmas, but I got you for your birthday. It's like, no, you don't. Just tell me right now you aren't giving me a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. It's cool. It's
Hmm.
cool. We already know what's up.
Damn, that do got to be tough. So like, okay, when you was a kid, did you get multiple? Did you get one for Christmas and your birthday too?
Nope. Like that
Mm.
started I mean, with my parents, yeah, but like for
Yeah.
like the rest of the family, aunts and uncles, I feel like that started as a kid where it's like, oh, well, spend all this money on Christmas. So like, I don't really have a birthday gift for you. It's like, you can
Mm-hmm.
give me a birthday gift at the end of January or February. I'll still take it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I don't know if I ever received birthday gifts from my family because my shit in the summer, so
Mm.
it's not even like a thing for them to like go out their way and do that shit. But
Yeah, you're not really on the top of their mind to go get something for. Like,
yeah.
no, I felt the same way about my fam. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's why when they be hitting me up randomly, like, yeah,
You need
don't,
what?
yeah, exactly.
You
Don't
need
hit me up for nothing.
$86.
Like,
Man, but nah, I think I don't know. Like I said, I'm still excited about the food. That's damn near the only thing. I mean, of course, and seeing there's always a dope feeling just to see kids open gifts and just be excited and they start playing with the toys like right then. Like that's
Mhm.
always dope.
Yeah, the
to see
kids is
that.
cool.
Mhm.
Like to
But other
see,
than that,
because I
like,
really get what they want. Like
Yeah. I think too
they be
that I was
appreciative. Like that's the good part.
yeah, I feel like that's the other thing too that changes as you get older. It's like even if people get you gifts, it's like things that I really wanted, I got myself already this year. Or the things that I do really want, you're probably not going to give me. You're probably not going to give me a new desktop. You're probably not going to give me a new car. Like those are the things that I really, really want, and obviously those are not going to be Christmas gifts.
Yeah, that's what I've realized too. Is like the shit that I want, like y'all not, yeah. And so it's like, what's the point of even asking for some shit when you not finna spend no $500 on this new juicer that I want? So it's like
Exactly.
I'm not even going. We don't even got to do this shit. Like,
That is true
um,
though. I didn't even think about it like that. But yeah, the
but
stuff I want now is way more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So
most definitely. But I guess we can go ahead and get into this last topic real quick. You know, I don't know if y'all Googled yourself lately. If y'all found anything, I don't know. I Google myself from time to time just to see what's going on out here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys Google yourselves, and have you found anything interesting that you want to share with the people?
So I've been Googling myself more recently, just because I've been in the process of, applying for jobs and things like that. And I was like, okay, I wonder what people see when they look me up. Like, hopefully it's something crazy. And I have a very unique name with a unique spelling. So it's pretty easy to know it's me when you Google me.
Before you continue, does the podcast come up? Like when you
It
Google
does
yourself?
not.
Okay, good. Okay, all right.
And so most of what I see is like relatively chill. It's like, my LinkedIn page or whatever. But there are a couple cringy things that I found. So my Pinterest comes up, and I created my Pinterest back when I was probably in maybe like a senior in high school, I think, maybe even younger than that. This thing is old. And my username on there is my same like username as like Instagram and stuff like that. When you go to my page, it's a picture of me at like 18, like, very typical selfies from like, the 2009-ish era. But what's really cringy is my bio I have listed here. I have student / future billionaire / creator / finder and curator of fun, unique stuff.
Okay, ambitious. I like the ambition.
you think that's you today? Like some of that stuff? You think you was right?
I think I'm still a good curator of
Okay.
interesting things.
You was right.
I guess you could, maybe call me a creator of sorts. I was using the word creator before that was all over the place. This is 10 plus years ago.
Before
I
your
was an
time.
originator.
Okay.
The future billionaire, listen, I don't want to say I've like stepped on my own potential, but like, I just want to make $1 million. Let me just get to millionaire. I don't need to be Jeff Bezos. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I know a black guy in the hood of Detroit. He got a business called The Next Billionaire.
The next billionaire.
Nowhere close.
Speaking of Google, let me see.
Yeah,
he got a pet crocodile.
What?
Oh my God. Okay. I wonder who you're talking about. Okay.
I don't know.
Me, shit. When I Google myself, I see some white man that live in Ohio. So like you really don't see shit about me. You don't see no pictures of me, which is kind of crazy because I have a pretty unique last name as well. So yeah, I mean, I definitely have done a lot of embarrassing shit on the internet that I would not want out there, but it's not under my name, so you can't find it. Like my porn Tumblr, which I think I logged into like last year, and it's still going strong. You know what I mean? Like my porn Tumblr.
So you have a pretty good following?
I think so. I might have to log back in and just see what's happening. You know what I mean?
What kind of at name did you have back then?
I'm not even gonna say
something
that.
Like that shit is nasty. Like what type of at name? Like
damn, I really want to know what it was now.
Big Black.
I'm not saying that. No, it wasn't about me. Like it wasn't centered around me.
No.
It was just like I would be reblogging. I think that's what they call it on Tumblr. Reblogging like other porn that people would post and shit like that. And I'm not gonna say the name because that shit is. Why did I do that? It has big butts.
What
in
was it,
Let me
folks?
say that.
Oh, big butts,
Ooh.
big
Yeah,
black butts, or just
no,
big
just
butts in
big
general?
butts. It's a word and then it's big butts with a hyphen in the middle. I'm not even gonna say the first word because that shit is embarrassing.
Is this related to your
Juicy?
Twitter?
No, not juicy. Not juicy.
Is this related to what you said you used to do themes about on
Oh
Twitter?
no! It's not
Okay.
about that. No,
Okay.
it was all inclusive. It was inclusive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't on that on Tumblr.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about what, the white girl
You
Wednesday.
motherfucker. All right, I'm gonna talk about it. Fuck it. I'm gonna expose myself. For some reason, I used to be on Twitter probably like 2011, 12, like every Wednesday, like clockwork. I'll be like tweeting
What
White
age?
Girl
What age
Wednesday.
were you though? 2011,
Okay.
2012. What's that? Let me
2003,
think.
20. I had to be
10
like
years
18,
ago.
19. Yeah, it was probably
Okay.
like 10, 11
College.
years ago. I used to be deep in the White Girl Wednesday hashtag for some reason. I don't know
I
what type
had
of
you.
time I was
I
on.
had
Yeah.
In
you.
college. Okay.
Yeah, it was in college. New horizons, new things and things like that. So yeah, I don't know why I
Mhm.
was so deep in that hashtag. So like I said, there's a lot of shit on the internet that I just wish I could just delete. And I deleted that Twitter, so you're not gonna see it. But
You're not even gonna talk about what White Girl Wednesday is?
I mean, what it sound like? It's White Girl Wednesday. Like it would just be. I'm trying to. Okay, if I really was wanted to talk about it, I mean, I feel like it was just pictures of like white women. I don't know if I would like tweet. Like I'll find a picture, Google like white girl, and then
Yeah,
like
it's not like, I'm not saying this is just you though. It's obviously it
yeah.
was a hashtag or something,
If I
and you
go
were
on Twitter
following
right
along
now,
the trend, right?
yeah. If I go on Twitter right now, I promise you, it's somebody that just tweeted it today or like on Wednesday. So like it was a thing. Like how it used to be like just different theme shit. And like I would just be following it. I'd be tweeting and doing shit like that.
Man, you talk real
Um
fast when it's about the Tumblr. Like,
no, I'm just saying, like it's just hey man. That's just the type of time I was on back then.
man.
So many embarrassing things. Go ahead though.
Can you give us a sample of some of your old usernames that are, defunct today?
Yeah, I had my first email was player062. So that was that, and that was probably like that was AIM days though. Like y'all remember
I'm
AOL?
gonna get it off of him a little bit. I'm gonna say me.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I would say like the only thing I had was like Cool Air Forces was like my gamer tag and emo.
That's not bad. That's not too bad.
No.
Yeah, I didn't really have too much crazy shit. Like I was one of those kids who's definitely outside, I guess, and like did sports with other kids and stuff like that, or video games, stuff like that. Yeah, my social media game was not good even back then. Like it's not good today either.
Back then, yeah, I used to be outside as a kid, but when I was in high school, I was just in the crib. Like I would be streaming, I'd be live streaming, I'd be like in Tiny Chat room. I don't know if I remember Tiny Chat, but we used to be on
Yeah.
You
Tiny
live
Chat.
streamed back then?
Yeah, probably like 08, 09, like Kai Cenat who?
Yep.
Duke Dennis who? Go ahead though.
That used to be me back in 2009, 2010 on Ustream. Love some Ustream back in the day.
Which is interesting. Like, do you remember how you even found out about like, oh, I can stream online? Like,
You know what? I have no clue, but I remember it being the most fascinating thing to like, how people join your chats and it's like, oh, so-and-so is chatting in from New Zealand.
yeah, like what the fuck? I really did have like a dedicated people. Like every time I would go live, like all the homies would come in there and like we would just chop it up about shit. And it's like, damn, like I really wish I could find the videos. But yeah, other than that, I can't really think of no other. Like, I'm sure my MySpace was probably
That's
super
actually
embarrassing.
dope though. Like if you actually built that into something,
I know.
like if people was really on that type of time, you would have been like an originator.
Like you said,
No,
Kai
for real.
Cenat who? The originator.
Yeah. Like I really wasn't doing shit on there. I really was just talking, but like, yeah, they be having rappers and shit these days. Like it's crazy to see what it like transformed into,
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the internet. Shout out to the World Wide Web, man. But other than that, let's go ahead and wrap it up and get into some highlights for the week. I believe, you know what? Let me go ahead and go first. I want to highlight, one of my favorite rappers from Atlanta, Georgia, Bankroll Fresh. RIP to that guy. He has a song called ESPN. That's super dope. So go check out ESPN by Bankroll Fresh, man. What y'all got for the people?
On my end, I know I'm late, but I just started watching White Lotus
Ooh.
on HBO. It is definitely worth
Very
checking
good.
out. Yeah, great show.
Mm-hmm. Is season 3 out yet or no?
Not yet.
Okay. Super dope. Ryan, what you got for the people?
I'm gonna say Amazon show. Invincible is back out. So if you're on Amazon Prime and you've seen season 1, you know how crazy season 1 was. Season 2 is here of Invincible, so go check it out.
Invincible. I'm assuming that's like superhero type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Super dope. So yeah, check out that White
So
Lotus.
the people who know, they know.
If you know, you know. So check out that Invincible. Check out White Lotus. Check out that Bankroll Fresh as well. If you made it this far, we appreciate you for listening, man. And this has been the Friends Podcast. We out.
Yep.